Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, as per usual, top of the morning to you, Tawab Baba Kwar. Before I begin every lesson or epistle, I want to say, Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Agwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Now, this topic today is going to be dealing with Trump, all right, Donald Trump, and his plan for daylight savings time, as they say. All right. So check this out. I want to play this clip first. Let's start off with this. All right. Now you got Trump saying that he's going to end what they call daylight savings time, which started um, back during World War II. You see America make it look like these things were around forever since the beginning of time. But nope, a lot of this shit only started right here in Babylon. More just confusion, man. For Esau's own personal satisfaction or reasoning. So they're doing it again. He's just showing off his power, pushing executive orders. He like, shit, y'all want more time or you want less time during the day? You want more daylight or you want less daylight? I don't know. Whichever y'all want, I got to decide. See, Esau thinks he's God, you know? Let me go back to this real quick, turn the sound down a little bit. All right. So bear with me. I'm going to play this video. There you go.
Yeah, Peter.
The clocks are going to spring forward on Sunday. When are you going to get rid of daylight savings?
Okay, are you ready? So this should be the easiest one of all, but it's a 50-50 issue. And if something's a 50-50 issue, it's hard to get excited about it. I assume people would like to have.
Esau thinks he's God, man. He's like, oh, let me see. What should I do? Should I snap my finger or not? Yeah.
More light later, but some people want to have more light earlier because they don't want to take their kids to school in the dark. And it's a little bit one way, but it's very much a 50-50 issue. And it's something I can do, but a lot of people like it one way, a lot of people like it the other way. It's very even. And usually I find when that's the case, what else?
So he's like, yo, some people want, let me change this up. Some people want more daylight, right? And some people want more daylight in the morning. Let me see, get her off the screen. Put it on this right here. All right. Some people want more daylight in the morning so they can take their children. So they could send their children to school in the morning in the daylight. You know, if not, they have to walk their children to school in the dark. You know, because it's really setting the time according to their business schedule. You know, corporations. There's nothing spiritual about it. All right. So and then at nighttime, a lot of people here in America don't want to have to take their children out or pick their children up from school in the dark. You know, shit is confusing, man. It's just nothing but confusion. But that's what Esau does. So I'm gonna get a couple of precepts. You know, he's playing God once again. Let's go to Daniel chapter 7. Let me go here real quick. Share the screen. Daniel chapter 7, and let's go to here. Daniel 7 and 25. All right. And he shall speak great words. Man, let's go to 7 and 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings. All right, talking about the Roman Empire and the European Union being established. That shall arise, and another shall arise after them. Who is that talking about? America. All right, that little horn. So this is America, man, moving in that same spirit as the ancient Roman Empire. In the ancient Roman Empire, you had the what was the name, man? Julius Caesar. He thought to change times and laws. You know, um, changing it from a lunar calendar, which they used to follow the harvest calendar or lunar calendar in the early Roman Empire, but they changed it. Esau changed it. Of course, we know about the calendar. I don't want to get too off the deep end, but they changed the Julius Caesar. He set up the January, February, March, all that shit to pay homage to his pagan idols. You know, that's why you have the yearly calendar all screwed up. You got December, which is decimal, which represents 10, but it's in the 12th month. It says 12 confusion. All right. So now, so the Roman Empire, right? And um, so now you have America moving in that same vain mindset and policies. All right, establishing time to fit their agenda. It says here, and he shall be diverse from the first and shall subdue three kings. So that's talking about America. All right, America is different uh, than the first kings before it. And it helped. It said what? He shall subdue three kings. It's talking about France, Spain, and Britain. All right, and through these three countries and the wrestling and friction and wars, like the Quasi War, with the French. This is how America was established. The war against Britain for America's independence. All right. So those are three kingdoms: Britain, Spain, and France. So this is the establishment of America now. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. We know that they say in God we trust, but they don't trust in God. One nation under God, pushing this false Christian narrative here in America when this is really an atheistic or satanic country. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and they wore us the hell out, just like the Roman Empire did with the Civil War, right? And then the Civil Rights Movement. I mean, Salakia, and think to change, right, through American policies, just like the Roman Empire with Julius Caesar, and think to change times and laws. See that? And they did that during World War II. And even today, they're moving in that same spirit of thinking that they could change the times and the laws. All right. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and dividing of times, meaning a long season. So we were given into America's hands for a long time, right? Approximately almost 300 something years or 500 years. So let's get into that now. All right. When they thought to change times and laws, let me get something real quick. What should I start with? I think I'm gonna start with this. Let me see if I can make sure I don't lose my sound. It says here the Julian calendar. All right, so I'm gonna get to the whole time, daylight saving time, right after this. I just want to briefly go over this real quick to show when they started thinking they can control time shit itself. Changing the calendars. You know, the mystery of iniquity being revealed. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that as well in a minute. The Julian calendar. See, that's the calendar we're on now. Introduced by Julius Caesar in 45 BC. He was part of the triumvirate. He was known as one of the first presidents, because you had the Congress, you had the Senate, but then you have a Caesar. And then after World War II, the last Kaiser, meaning the last Caesar, of Germany was Kaiser Wilhelm, and they really started pushing that whole uh, mindset of a president in America. All right, like a manager of a business. The Julian calendar, introduced by Julius Caesar in 45 BCE, before the Common Era, is a solar calendar, man. Look at that. The calendar we're on now is a solar calendar. And even that term solar is a pagan idol name. All right, somebody will do a lesson on that because solar is a pagan terminology. So they got us going from the calendar that the Lord set up, which was based upon the moon, the lunar calendar, and they moved it to a calendar based upon the sun. It's crazy, right? A calendar that divides the year into 12 months and includes a leap year every 4 years. Now, it's gonna get confusing. I don't even try to understand this part. It just is what it is. With an extra day added to February, um, resulting in an average year of 365.25 days. All right. Here's a more detailed explanation. Origin and purpose. The Julian calendar was a reform. All right, a reform. That's what Trump's trying to do now. Reform of the Roman Republican calendar, designed to align the civil calendar. See, just like today, they're trying to align the civil everyday business lifestyle to this whole daylight savings time bullshit. We're supposed to adjust to the Lord's calendar that He set up, not try to change it and manipulate it how we want. All right, we're supposed to adjust to the sun rising and the sun setting and the moon. That's why He said it there. Um, which have been drifting due to the lunar-based calendar. See, look at it. The civil calendar, their civil calendar was off because they didn't want to put it correctly. It was drifting due to the lunar-based calendar. That's the calendar that the Lord set up. All right, I might not get. I'm gonna get it in my I'm gonna have to get it on my pocket on my phone real quick. Let me go here real fast. I don't want to lose my sound on here. Let me put this in the background. All right, so it says here, the pride. This is Sirach 43:1. The pride of the height, the clear firmament, the beauty of heaven, with his glorious show. The sun when it appeareth, declaring at his rising a marvelous instrument. That's all the sun is. The sun is an instrument. And the work of the Most High, at noon it parcheth the country. Right. So we're not supposed to worship the sun. It's just an instrument. And at noon, the whole process of it, um, was they say parching, but scorching the earth, giving the earth its tone and color. Right. That's why we're able to see pigmentation. These are colors that shoot out that our eyes can see because of the sunlight. So at noon it parches the country, and who can abide the burning heat thereof, man? Because without the Most High adjusting the sun and setting it in orbit to where it is, we would burn up at noonday. And that's why you had David saying things like, "The Lord will protect me, and the sun shall not smite me by day," because the sun was cooking people. People were having strokes, traveling and shit. And that's blazing sun at noon. That's when the sun is at its highest point. That's the way they had the sundials. They would tell time by the sun. Right? Um, they could tell when it was noon. They could tell when it was evening. But you would count your months and your years by the moon. Now it says here, a man blowing a furnace is in works of heat, but the sun burneth the mountains 3 times more, breathing out fiery vapors. All right, and that's what you have. Um, sun rays. And it says sending forth bright beams. Those are the beams that come from the sun. All right. It dimmeth the eyes, and when we standing in the sun and you look and it dim your eyes when you're trying to look. That whole process was created from the Most High. He has a first person view and a third person view of us. He created the heavens and the earth from the third person view, outside looking in the heavens, and then he went in deeper to a first person view to see things how we would see it. What is this stuff going to be? The sun and the moon and stars. How's it going to affect us on this earth? It says, verse 5, great is the Lord that made it, and at his commandment it runneth hastily. Man, not at Esau's command. They don't control time. See, we'll be born in this damn, in America thinking that Esau can control time. Nope, they just matching their business schedule to what they choose to. Manipulating time. I'm gonna give you more time. What do you want? More time in the day or more time in the night? I don't know, Mr. Trump. Can you stop the sun like the Lord did? That what you think you can do? You see that? It's all witchcraft. It's like magic. Magic is not real spiritual power. See, Esau really has no power. You know, the Most High, he the one that controls the sun, moon, and the stars. He can stop the sun like he did during the time of Joshua. You know. Um. Now let's keep going. I think that was 1406 BC with Joshua. We may have to get into that. When the Lord stopped the sun for a whole day. He stopped the sun for a whole day because of Joshua, when Joshua was fighting the Amorites. But let's keep going. I'm going to go to that Yahweh Ratazah in a minute. Verse 6, he made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times. See, the Lord set up the moon as a declaration of harvest and the times, months and moons and Sabbath, holy days, right? He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. That's why you can look at the moon and like today, uh, um, they're holding the Passover. You know, some are holding this weekend due to like us, we're holding it Saturday due to other brothers' schedule in the camp for convenience purposes. Um, you have some people holding it next month, which is after the spring equinox. But that's neither here nor there. Uh, so it was a sign of the world. That's why the Lord set up the moon. All right, waxing, waning. It's a perfect calendar, monthly calendar, and it even gives you times of harvest. Tells you about pollution, warning signs of judgment. All right, so it's a sign of the world. From the moon is the sign of feast. All right, like the Passover, the Sabbaths. A light that decreaseth in her perfection. So waxing, waning. The moon is called after her name. I mean, the month. That's where you get the months from. Increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven, the beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, an ornament giving light in the highest places of the Lord. Sheesh. This is the point. At the commandment of Yahweh, the Holy One, they stand in their order and never faint in their watches. So who can really control time? That's what I would have asked Trump. Like, why are you talking about canceling daylight savings time and adding on? You want me to add on sunlight, or you want me to take away some sunlight? Y'all let me know. Let's get that real quick, man. Let's go to see if I can go to Thessalonians without losing my sound. Let me see. Let's go to Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. Yeah, let's go here. All right. So Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. We fell away as a nation, 70 AD, ran into the western coast of Africa and different parts of the world, ended up here in captivity. And all right, and that man of sin be revealed. So the end is not going to come until Esau is revealed. They're being revealed now, not only by us and by the prophets, by the spirit of truth, but also by their actions. All right. Their action is creating the character of the son of perdition. To who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called power or God, man. See that? So if you're like, yeah, God did this, yeah, I can do better than that. Hey, man, God of the Israelites, well, I'm gonna be over the Israelites. Well, God of the world, well, I want to rule the world. Father Time, Yahweh. Well, shit, I can control time too. Hey, Moses, his God, turned the water into blood. Well, shit, we could do that. Get the witches. Bring in the witches. So that's all they're doing. They're looking towards their warlocks, their witches, their mathematicians, their scientists on what to do. That's all power on the left hand side, man. So this whole calendar is just wicked and off, man. You know, whoso opposeth, so he opposeth. That's why they call him Satan. Esau is Satan, you know, counterpart of Satan on the earth, because the word Satan just means adversary or contender. So they're in place to contend against righteousness. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped. So that right, they even put their faces up as God. Caesar Borgia, Jebus, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God. So they even took Israel, Jerusalem. Then they even in our land calling themselves God's people, saying that they're bringing in a Messiah, an Edomite, the fake, the is not reallys, showing himself that he is the power on the earth. See that's what Trump is doing too, man. In every form, they're showing that they rule the world. Job 9:24. He said, "Remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things, man? And now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work the Roman Empire." They was already working their iniquity, even with the changing of the calendars. All right. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So they got to be taken out of the way, man. All right. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, with the truth. They're being consumed with this truth, being rebuked, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So they go the worthlessness of their daylight savings time and calendar. Now let's go to this real quick. Uh, Mind you, I showed you that Julius Caesar, he added, adjusted the calendar to fit their civilian calendar. But now you had Pope Gregory. Let's go here real quick. All right, Pope Gregory in 1582, he amended it, meaning try to add it or correct it. And who cares? You don't have to try to figure these numbers out. Just bear with me. I'm gonna read it real quick. Just showing you, man, Esau is ruling the world right now. And what they're doing upon the world has brought nothing but confusion and mourning, oppression, death. It's an upside down kingdom. The the Gregorian calendar, once again, a solar dating system used worldwide, was created by Pope Gregory the 13th in 1582 to correct inaccuracies in the Julian calendar. They probably thought that calendar was perfect when Julius Caesar made it. And then Pope Gregory was like, hold up, something ain't right. It ain't matching up with the seasons, particularly regarding the calculator of Ishtar, the calculation of Ishtar. So they would usually go by, the false Passover, which they say Easter, which is Ishtar, Babylonian pagan holiday. But we know the Passover is around that time, all right, after the spring equinox. The spring equinox didn't pass yet, but I guess they're holding it early this year. Calculation of Easter and its alignment with the spring equinox. Here's a more detailed explanation. The problem with the Julian calendar was that he made it. Nah, but the problem with the Julian calendar introduced by Julius Caesar had a slight error in its calculation of the length of a year, 365.25 days versus the actual 365.2422 days, causing the calendar to drift out of sync with the seasons over time. So it was drifting out of sync with the way the Most High set things up. See that, man? Shit. Let me get that, man. Let me get that. Let me get that. Damn, that's deep. Hold up. This is Isaiah 29:16. It says, surely, surely your turning of things upside down. That's what Esau did. They turned shit inside out, upside down, wrong side up. And they'll tell you it's perfect. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do this unless the Most High created you to do these dumbass things. All right, He made them to be that. The some some vessels to honor and some to dishonor. Man, dishonorable. So surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? That's what Esau trying to say, you know. Or shall the thing formed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So they trying to change it. Yeah, they try to say the Most High didn't make it correctly. Let me fix it. The Most High didn't make humans right. Let me give them science and new body or bionic shit. You know. So they're trying to say the Most High didn't make things perfect, and in its time. So now, um, so it's showing you the confusion and the pride of these devils. It says Pope Gregory the 13th, with the help of astronomers. So where did they get it from? Astronomers and mathematicians. They recognized this issue and implemented the Gregorian calendar to correct it. All right, I ain't gonna go no further, man. But if you want to read into it, get more detailed. So they, so that's the calendar we're dealing with now, based upon confusion, man. And it was established by astronomers and mathematicians. All right, all these left hand siders. So let's get something real quick. This is Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments, and it's talking about America, and with the multitude of thy sorcerers, man. So even today, Trump and his cabinet, they're nothing but sorcerers around him. His scientists, people like Elon Sandusky, you know, uh, they're nothing but sorcerers, man. Mathematicians, and math is Masonic and pagan. You know, the way they use them symbols and angles. Even the number system that they got was based upon angles. You know, one angle, two got two angles, three got three angles, and that's what math is. You look up Masonic and Black Magic, it deal with the angles and shapes and shit. And even like on the Matrix, they had the numbers and shit. All right. So there's nothing but sorcery. Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. So America calendar and this whole daylight savings. Let's go to that real quick. Make sure I got my sound. All right. So that daylight savings bullshit. Let me go right here. The history of it. All right. And that daylight savings time, as you can see here, um, it started in 1918. You know, so it says, "Thou art weary, no, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, from the establishment of America." They've been dealing with their what they call their cabinet or their advisors or their scientists or their mathematicians, et cetera, generals. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorcerers, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let not the astrologers, stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. So it ain't no plan that they can put together and save this place. We're gonna get rid of daylight savings time, man, and make it better on people, and it's too costly. That's what he's saying right here. I'm gonna show you. Look, all right. Hopefully, I can see it. So right here, it says the Republican Party will use its best efforts to eliminate daylight saving time, which has a small but strong constituency. I think constituency is like a group of people that vote on one thing. So they got a small group of people that's voting on this stuff, but shouldn't. Daylight savings time is inconvenient and very costly for our nation. See, they trying to save this damn place. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. All right. Very costly for our nation. What about for the people? Shit. Look, making it great again. So he calls to end daylight savings time. Trump vows to end daylight savings time. He vows. But I thought we were supposed to say, if the Most High will, we shall do this or that tomorrow. You know. So let me get something else real fast. There you go. This is a Native American Gadite proverb dealing with Esau. It says, when told the reason for daylight savings time, the old Indian or Gadite said, only the government, only Esau would believe that you could cut a foot off the top of a blanket and sew it to the bottom and have a longer blanket. You were sitting like, damn, you made that shit longer. You ain't lying. It's on Esau, man. No more vain person than Esau that'll sit there and say, "Hey, man, watch. You want to make that into a longer garment for you? Watch this. Cut the top off, put it on the bottom. Like, look at that. It's crazy, man. All right, let's get. Oh, that's what I want to go into. Let's go into this topic here. I'm gonna read the story about Joshua. All right. Oh, let me see. This is Ecclesiastes. I'm gonna read this real fast. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 3. What profit hath the man of all his labors, which he taketh under the sun? All right. So we're supposed to adjust to the Lord's calendar, not try to make our own shit. So everything we're doing down here, even these time changes and all this shit, is nothing but vanity. It's all vanity, and there's no more vain person than Esau. You know, Judgment Day is coming, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna give you more daylight savings, and we want more time during the day or more time." What profit hath a man of all his labor, which he taketh under the sun? What one generation passeth away, man, and another generation cometh. That's why we're here today. And if the Lord's will, this could be the year of salvation or soon. But if not, we'll pass away as well, and another generation come. So it's all vanity. But the earth abideth forever. See the setup that the Lord got with the sun and the moon and it going around. The only one that could change that is Yahweh. All right, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place to the place where it arose again. That show you that the sun moves around the earth. All right. All right. You see that? So Esau wants to control that. Since they can't control it, they manipulate it a way to change the calendar to make it look like they're controlling time when they're not. You know. So let's go to Joshua. Let's go to Joshua 10. All right, I'm gonna try to go there on the computer. Hopefully, I don't lose my sound. So, like, if I do, 1 second. Share this tab. Let's go to Joshua. If y'all want to go there too, 10 and 12. Joshua 10 and 12. And this is the time. See, they know the stories of our Creator, of our power, of Yahweh. You know, and how He saved us, how He showed His power in the earth, man. You know, and Esau want to be like. That's why I say he opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called power. Oh yeah, he did what with Joshua? He stopped the sun. I think I mean I could do that. That's nothing. Hey, check this out. This is Joshua 10 and 12, and this was we came out of Egypt in 1446 BC. It took us 40 years to get uh, to the land of Canaan. You know, and now Joshua was 1406 BC. Okay, and he was an Ephraimite. It says here, then spake Joshua to Yahweh in the day when Yahweh delivered up the Amorites, which are Hamites, right, a Hamitic nation. He delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel, and he said in the sight of Israel, son, man, he said this to the Son. That's why I said at the Most High's commandment, it runneth hastily. But even at the Most High command, he can make it stop. Give us true daylight savings time. And he said in the sight of Israel, Son, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. Damn. And the sun stood still. All right. And this really happened. And the moon stayed until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. So we had more daylight at night. It's crazy, right? So just like now, it stays lighter later. So at 8 o'clock, it'll still probably be daylight, you know, a little bit of daylight because they moved their time schedule forward. They didn't control the sun and say, hey, sun, stay out a little longer. That's what God can do. That's what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai can do. You know, he said, who can call me who can tell the drops of rain and the sand upon the sea, the weight of fire. You know, that's what the Most High does. Who can call back a day that is past? Like Thanos did. They put that shit in the movies. See that? That's their imagination. But we got a power that can really do that. Call back a day that is past. Like bring back yesterday so you can look at it. So the sun, what? The sun is not this written in the book of Jasher, right? The book of Jasher they got today is not the real book of Jasher. There is a book of Jasher, but it's not found. They don't have it today. All right. They don't have the real book of Jasher. So anybody saying they got the book of Jasher and you got it on your phone, that joint is an illegitimate book. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven and hasted not to go down about a whole day. Can you imagine that, man? God tell you he gonna hold the sun. That's like poetry, man. I love you so much, I'll stop the sun for your ass. That's how much I love you. I keep the sun shining all day, a whole day. And there was no day like that before it. or after it. Look, Esau hating. Esau hear that, he start hating. He start hating and shit, grunting in the caves like they used to. Now they want to do it. They want to try to stop the time and say, "Hey, you want more sun during the day? Look what we did, Shazam." That's what Trump think he can do. I got to write my. I got to do it. Write it down in this pen. You know how much power is in this pen? When I sign these executive orders, you want more sunlight? I got you. All pride, man. The pride of thy heart has deceived thee. And there was no day like that before or after it, that Yahweh hearkened unto the voice of a man. For Yahweh fought for Israel. Come on, man. Look at that. He stopped the sun for us for a whole day. Kal halayim le'habashim yahushai. All right. Let me get this real quick. Make sure. Sorry about that. I got this new phone slowing me up. Let's get Psalms 94 and 11. Psalms 94 and 11. Yeah, he's the one to change, give you daylight saving. You want me? It's a 50-50 issue. We don't know if we should give him more daylight or not. All right, where was I? Here you go. Psalms 94 and 11. It says here, Yahweh knoweth the thoughts of man. See, he said that was the only time he really listened to man and he stopped the sun for him. But Yahweh knoweth the thoughts of man, especially Esau and Trump, that they are vanity. So even the thoughts of Julius Caesar, Gregory, all of them, number vanity, man. You know, all this shit is gonna be erased when Yahweh Shai ushers in his kingdom. All right, it's nothing but vanity. Remember, the scripture says, "No more vain person than Esau." Micah 2:1. All right, Micah 2:1. And it says here, woe to them. So the Lord said destruction is coming for them. That divides iniquity. That's nothing but iniquity, more wickedness, controlling the calendar, saying it is what it ain't, and work evil upon their beds, all right, in their little meetings and their offices and secret places. When the morning is light, now we see Trump broad daylight, he started what? They practice it. He started pushing the executive orders because it is in the power of their hand. That's the only reason he's doing it because he got the presidency, and he can only do what's put into his hands. You know. Here you go. Isaiah 10, Isaiah 10 and 1. He had no true power. He got executive power. That's it. And once the business ends, which is America, Esau has no power anymore. Woe unto them. This is Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe. See, I got destruction again. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. That shit ain't righteous, man. Daylight savings time. But he's talking about ending it and setting it. Just say, I'm gonna give y'all more time during the day, and we're gonna leave it at that. Or he gonna set it towards more time in the evening, and he gonna leave it at that. He's not gonna set it back to the original calendar or time, you know. Isaiah 10 and 1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. All these executive orders, they prescribing this because what is in the power of their hand. All right. And that they turn everything upside down. This is Revelations. Did I go to it already? Oh, I still wanted to read something else too. Matter of fact, I gotta go back. Let me read something else too about World War II. Let me go here first. Revelation 17 and 5. But let's go here real quick. Mm, mm, Make sure I got my sound. Nope, ain't no sound. All right, so this is when it started. Okay, this is why that daylight saving time started. Let me go here. Let's go right here. This is the history of daylight saving time in the United States. Benjamin Franklin proposed a form of daylight time in 1784, writing as an anonymous subscriber, his tongue-in-cheek essay, an economical project for diminishing the cost of light. The cost of light. That's why Trump said it costs a lot of money. It can't, all they care about is money. Written to the editor of the Journal of Paris, observed that Parisians could save on candles by getting out of bed earlier in the morning, making use of the natural morning light instead. By his calculations, the total savings by the citizens of Paris don't matter. Now let's keep going. 1916 to 1966. No, I want this one. No, I'll go right here. Why not? Real quick. Yeah, 1918. That's when it started. During World War One, not World War Two. I kept saying World War Two. All right, 1918 is World War One. All right. So at the end of it, during World War One, in an effort to conserve fuel, Germany began observing daylight saving time on May 1st, 1916, and the rest of Europe soon followed. So this is all Esau's mindset, you know. The plan was not adopted in the U.S. So the United States got this damn plan from the Teamanites, the Germans. Once again, God damn, ain't that some shit? They got this plan from Germany, those Teamanites. So during World War II, right, it came from Germany. The plan was not adopted in the United States until the Standard Time Act of March 19th, 1918. All right. Um, which confirmed the existing standard time zone system and set summer daylight savings time to begin on March 31st, 1918, reverting October 27th. That don't matter. The idea was unpopular, especially with farmers, because daylight savings time meant they had less time in the morning to get their milk and harvesting crops for, for the market. hold on, hold on, hold on, man. Sheesh, boy. Let me get this real quick. This is it right here. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people shall rejoice, all the farmers, right? But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. These fucking farmers mad as hell, especially the farmers, because daylight savings time meant they had less time in the morning to get their milk and harvest crops for market. All right. Congress abolished daylight savings time after the war, overriding President Woodrow Wilson veto. Daylight savings time became a local option. New York City continued to observe a metropolitan day. See how man, it's so vain, stupid, and confusing. That's why he said it's a small constituency that still follow after this daylight savings time bullshit. All right. But Esau Trump is using it as a tool of negotiation, you know, and appeasement and a flex of power. Saying I'm about to end daylight savings time. So let's go to back to the scripture real quick. All right, this is Revelation 17:5. And upon her forehead was a name written. Mystery. So it's a mystery that America is Babylon. Babylon the Great. See what great and confusion. That's why it's called Babylon the Great, man. That's the focus. Nothing but confusion here. So when they talk about policies and laws and um, daylight savings time, ending it or keeping it going, better in the day, better in the night, it's all what Babylon. It's all Babel, fucking confusion. You see that? Let's get that. And in the end, that's all this place is going to be known for. Isaiah 34 and 11. This is Isaiah 34 and 11. But the cormorant, see, this is after the destruction of America. Matter of fact, go to 10. And it shall not be quenched night nor day. So you can have your daylight savings time, whatever you want then. It ain't going to matter. It's going to be an oven. And it shall not be quenched day nor night. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, meaning far into the sky. All right, not like forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It means forever, meaning like it should go, go up into the sky like far. That's what's called a mushroom cloud. From generation to generation, it shall lie waste. So that means we're going to see this place destroyed in the kingdom. None shall pass through it forever and ever. So it's going to be a wasteland forever. All right. Of course, the smoke ain't going to go up forever, but it's gonna burn out for a long time, and the pillows of smoke gonna go into the heavens. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. All right, the cormorant and the bittern is like owls and um all these swamp animals that can exist in toxic and environments and can run into holes that can withstand a lot of heat. They're still gonna be here. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion. So you're gonna say this was Babylon, but no longer a mystery. This is that place of damn confusion, man. And the stones of emptiness. They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom. They're gonna try to reach for Trump and all them, but none shall be there, and all their princes shall be nothing. Whew, look at that. So there go the executive orders. you know, this is what Esau gonna find out right here. Let's get that. Did I read this one? I don't know. Let me see. That's right, because that's what they're gonna find out. They better get a rude awakening. Let me get this real quick. Ecclesiastes 1 and 3. I think I already got it though. Yeah, yep. What profit have a man? Ecclesiastes 1 and 3. What profit hath a man in all his labors which he taketh under the sun, especially these damn devils? Our labor, he said, my word shall continue forever, and our works do follow us. So the labor we got, it has worth to it, and purpose, and continuance. But Esau's work is going to be stopped. All these executive orders is nothing but um vanity. It's going to be destroyed. The pen, the paper, and the whole of the damn pen. So let's end it here, man. This is Ezekiel 38, 28. I mean, Salakia. Where is it at? Ezekiel 28. It's talking about the king of Tyre, king of Tyre. Go to Ezekiel 28 and 2. All right. And at this time, the king of Tyre was a guy named Ethbaal. All right. Ethbaal. Ethbaal, the first. All right. And it was around a year after Ezekiel got his the spirit started dealing with Ezekiel. So 592 was Ezekiel, so 591 was when Ethbaal took rulership over in Canaan, over in Tyre, and then you had he ruled till about 570. All right, but then you had the king of Tyrus. The reason you know he was a Hamite is people like what was his name, Hiram, that dealt with King David and Solomon. You know, Hiram was a friend to the Israelites, but he was a Hamite. He was known as the king of Tyre as well at that time. So during the time of 500 years later, after King David and Solomon, you had Ezekiel, and then you had the king of Tyrus, which was Ethbaal the first. All right. So Tyrus, so now the king today, in that mindset, we're thinking about Esau. So check this out. The king of Tyrus thought he was God as well. Ezekiel 28:1. The word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, Mr. Trump. Matter of fact, let me put a picture on his. Yeah. Let's put it on here real quick. It says here, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith Yahweh, power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God. See, they think they're God. And I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas. See, now America is ruling in the midst of the oceans, in the midst of the people as well. Yet thou art a man and not God, Mr. Trump, and and his fellow Edomite constituents, and not God. Thou though thou damn Salaki, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and has gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. You see that? But so by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic through thy business, hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. That's why Trump is so prideful as well, because they're rich, you know. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, the power, the true power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God. Sheesh. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee. This is what they got coming to them in their daylight savings time. The terrible of nations. So the worst of the nations, which would be like today, Russia, Iran, China. And they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom. So against everything that helped to build America up, is missiles, is money, economy, their new policies, executive orders that they're putting in place, their new cabinet that they got with Elon Sandusky and all these different people, Dana White, that can't fight, all the different Edomites that he got surrounding him in his huddle. Whatever they try to put together, the Lord gonna bring something against that. And they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. Sheesh. They shall bring thee down to the pit, see, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the sea. Wilt thou say, wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? You gonna say it then? You're gonna be talking all these policies and executive orders, and yeah, right. We'll see when judgment day comes. But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee. Shit. All right, so I'm gonna end it there, man. Let's go here. Yeah, I hope this was edifying, man. It's something that was dealing with this daylight saving time debacle. This dude is just vain, man, and it's a continuous of their vanity. you know, and the bones of it shall go with them into the grave, man. All the way into slavery is going to follow them. This is what Esau has been up to since the beginning of their pride. So I'm gonna end it there and say Shalom. Hope it's edifying. Hopefully you got some notes from it and encouragement to do your job this day and further on. With that, I'm gonna say Shalom. Kal Halayim Le'ahau Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Harakah Kodash. All right, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. And Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that still believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. And Shalom to y'all that's watching right now. I'm out.